Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. The offense set for a first down play. Defense not showing press coverage. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Kane. They're bringing heat. Gonna take a shot at this DB. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's looking on the right side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is. When the defense gets that stop on third down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incomplete.
Ball's out, and the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give on the inside. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Ford Atlantic trying to get it in from the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Hard running there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He's got the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's London. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get...
They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing, and still got stuck for the 2.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. He'll bring it back. It's Branch. And now the offense will come onto the field again. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And Defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Looking to buy time. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker in there.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before half. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clock reads 11 seconds here in the first half. We'll see if they're content to regroup at halftime. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To throw, it's Lagway. Going up top. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, he's just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the right. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. First down to start the drive after the break. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Owls! What a grab and go for the score.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Dropping back, it's Lagway. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Presley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's caught inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Looking to scramble. Throws to the back. It's complete. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Under a minute to play, they can just take a knee and put this game on ice.
It's such a good feeling, the best feeling in the world. The best formation is victory formations for offense where I can just catch the snap, take a knee, Jesse, and watch that clock run.
And it's got to feel good, too, because this was a physical football game. Both teams leaving it all on the field, and the offense now an opportunity to ice this thing, take the dub into the locker room, and get ready for your next opponent.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were underdogs. perfect. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked...
The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down here for this offense. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. And the single back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Takes the handoff again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's going to pull it down and run. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Quick throw caught on the left side.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Caught near the sticks. It's Parvey. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. they better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
To the air, it's Murphy. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get to third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Finds his man. It's Lacy. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Strong opening drive. This is the 11th play coming up. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw yet again. Lets it fly to the wideout. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
And the Black Knights line up on 1st and 10 now. Grab down the middle. It's Lacy. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
This defense is playing inspired football with their backs near their own goal line. An incompletion, now a sack. What would the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, what a great job by this defense. They have really tightened things up here inside the 10-yard line. Seems like they're almost daring the offense to go for it here on 4th down. Let's see what the decision is.
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. This will be a chip shot from 25 yards out. And he knocks that one right through. There's a flag in the field. If it's on the defense, would not be enough for 1st down yardage. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the Black Knights will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Sticking with the running game. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Army. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And the point after is good. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. About 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Burden. They've got him at the 48, but that's a 1st down. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
One play moves the ball to the 48. Another 1st down coming up. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. The ball is loose. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, a lot happened right there. Good job of coming up with that interception. I thought he was off to the races and had a chance for big yards, only to lose the football. He's very fortunate one of his teammates hopped on that football, so they still get the turnover.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Lets it go quickly. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Forced out of bounds after a nice game. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Boy, a great job of coming up with a huge play by this offense. A nice pass by the quarterback, and you look at the time here before we get to the half. They got a real shot here to put a touchdown up on the board.
And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. One more play before they head to the locker room. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. And the Black Knights will kick this away to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Grab behind the line. It's Burden. And he's tackled after the catch.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Third down coming up after that running play. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. And they heave it deep downfield. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to 3rd down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? Football comes out. The defense has picked up the football going the other way. Oh, and a chance at a big man touchdown if he doesn't run out of oxygen. Touchdown, Owls on the scoop and score. It's a takeaway and a touchdown, and this game is suddenly tied. What a moment in this championship game.
Yeah, just a sensational play by this defense right here. Their fingerprints are all over that, and you could see it. They weren't content with just getting a stop or getting a turnover. They wanted to score, and they did.
Here comes the point after attempt. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Army offense comes back out onto the field. There's the handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that previous play. Looking for some space. It's Harvey. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murphy, bringing pressure. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. And the Black Knights will have to punt this one away. On the return, it's Edwards. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He's found some room at the 45. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the +49.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Second down play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First and 10 now for the offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. How much can they pick up on third down? Try a field goal from here would be 57 yards. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quick throw over the middle. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So tie game, fourth quarter. They're going to go for it on this fourth down. Looking to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
Now they'll try to add on the PAT late in this game. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? He's looking to scramble. Finding space at the 20. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And they'll step out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage there. The defense pursuit forced him out.
Now, the quarterback's doing everything in his power to try to keep this play alive. Looking downfield, trying to find an open receiver. Great coverage by the defense, and all he can do is step out of bounds for a loss of 1.
After the loss on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Back to throw. It's Murphy. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. And smart choice. He'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution.
Love this throw by the quarterback, Chris, because he gives his receiver a chance. I was always taught on a nice deep post route, put it up in the air and as far as you can throw it and let the receiver run underneath it. Let him adjust his timing. It's exactly what they were able to do here, and they get a big gain.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8. Kidney decides to keep it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Black Knights. And now the decision is to go for 2 and win it right here. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. And it's caught. The gutsy call pays off for 2 points, and they take the lead here late. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Offense has a ways to go to get into field goal range. They need some big plays, and time is winding down. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. First and 10 play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's caught downfield. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. So now we'll have a field goal attempt, one of the biggest moments of this game so far. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And no mistake, he knocks it through to win the game. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.